Hello guys, so now we shall be discussing about the fungal infections. So a group of fungal infections, they are called as mycoses. Okay, so mycoses are a group of fungal infections. So now we shall be classifying them. Okay, so we are discussing about mycoses, right? Now within these mycoses there are two subgroups. Okay, within this mycoses there are two subgroups. So some are called as cutaneous mycosis and some are called as subcutaneous mycosis. Some are called as cutaneous mycosis, whereas some are called as subcutaneous mycosis. Okay, now when it comes to cutaneous mycosis, cutaneous mycosis is in turn divided into two subgroups. Okay, cutaneous mycosis is in turn divided into two subgroups, out of which one is called as tinea. One group of infections are called as tinea, which are mainly caused by dermatophytes. All the organisms together called as dermatophytes. They are caused by dermatophytes. On the other hand, see, cutaneous mycosis is divided into two groups again. So some of the infections are caused by tinea, whereas some of the infections are caused by tinea versicolor. Tinea versicolor, which is also called as pityriasis, or simply called as pityriasis versicolor, okay, or tinea versicolor. So overall, what we have discussed is a group of fungal infections called as mycoses are divided into two subgroups. So mycosis causes, there are cutaneous mycosis, there are also subcutaneous mycosis. Now within this cutaneous mycosis, there are two subgroups of infections. One are called as tinea infections and tinea versicolor, which is also called as pityriasis. Now tinea infections are dermatophytes, are caused by a group of organisms called as dermatophytes. Now what are this group of organisms? I'll be telling you. But before that, what all we discuss in case of tinea, let me write it down. The group of things which we discuss in tinea are, what are the infections that are basically happening because of this tinea. So one is tinea capitis. Tinea capitis causes cutaneous mycosis, right? Capitis means head, so it causes cutaneous mycosis in the head region. Okay, next one is tinea corporis. Okay, third one is tinea pedis. It means it causes cutaneous mycosis on the foot. Okay, next one is tinea cruris. Tinea cruris, and the last one is tinea unguium. Tinea unguium. Okay, so these are all the tinea infections which are caused by dermatophytes. So all these infections here are caused by dermatophytes. Okay, now when it comes to dermatophytes, what are dermatophytes basically? There are three species of dermatophytes. One are microsporum species. Another one are trichophyton, and another one are epidermophyton. So there are three groups. One is called as microsporum, trichophyton, and epidermophyton. So these three groups, these three species, they are called as dermatophytes, which are responsible for causing tinea capitis, corporis, pedis, cruris, and unguium. Right. The next important thing which you need to know is that regarding the tinea versicolor. Coming to tinea versicolor. So regarding tinea versicolor, we have already discussed that, right? So let us switch on to subcutaneous mycosis. Now, regarding this subcutaneous mycosis, there is only one organism which is responsible to cause fungal infection in case of subcutaneous mycosis, that is called as Sporothrix. The name of the organism is Sporothrix Schenki. That is called as Sporothrix Schenki. Okay, so this causes subcutaneous mycosis. Now, another important thing you need to know is that if someone asks you what is the most common fungal infection in pediatric population, okay, most common fungal infection in pediatric population. Most common fungal infection in pediatric population will be this mycosis. Most common fungal infection in pediatric population will be tinea. Okay, tinea, that is dermatophytes, caused by dermatophytes. So again, most common fungal infection in children is again tinea. Now, if someone asks what is the transmission route, how they are getting transmitted? Transmission route is through direct contact. Transmission route is through direct. So these are some of the important things which you need to know, guys, regarding the mycosis. As I already told you, mycosis is of two types, cutaneous and subcutaneous mycosis. Now, when it comes to cutaneous mycosis, there are two groups of infections. One is called as tinea, and another one is called as tinea versicolor. Within this tinea are a group of infections that are caused by dermatophytes. Dermatophytes in the sense Microsporum, Trichophyton, and Epidermophyton. And the few groups of infections are Tinea capitis, Corporis pedis, and Unguium. Okay, Cruris and Unguium. Now, on the other hand, we have got Tinea versicolor, or also called as Pityriasis. Right? Next, the next group of infections are subcutaneous mycosis. Right? And that is caused by Sporothrix Schenki. Right? So this is all the introductory part which you need to know regarding the mycosis. Now let us discuss about each and everything in detail. Like we have to discuss Tinea capitis in detail, Tinea corporis in detail, and etc. Right? So these are all the important things which you need to discuss. Now, thank you so much for watching my lecture. Goodbye.